Jai Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jai Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana 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 Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jai Krishna Balaram. Jai Gauranitai, 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 Jai Gauranitai. Radha Shama Sundarati, Shama Sundarati. Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda Radhe. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Śrīla Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Śrīla Prabhupada. Nitai Go Haribo, 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 Nitai Go Haribo. Nitai Go Haribo, 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 Nitai Go Haribo. Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Stautra Sata Shishima Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai Nitalira Vishtam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Stautra Sata Shishima Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaja ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Tai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Together, Narayanam Namaskritya Narang Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tadojayam Udirayet Nasta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityang Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavad Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. So reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 65, Text 15. Iti prahasitaṁ śaurer jalpitaṁ cāru-vīkṣitam gatim prema-pariṣvaṅgaṁ smarantyo ruruduḥ striyaḥ iti prahasitaṁ śaurer jalpitam cāru-vīkṣitam jalpitam cāru-vīkṣitam gatim prema-pariṣvaṅgaṁ smarantyo ruruduḥ striyaḥ iti prahasitaṁ śaurer jalpitaṁ cāru-vīkṣitam gatim prema-pariṣvaṅgaṁ smarantyo ruruduḥ striyaḥ.
prahasitam śaurer, jalpitam cāru-vīkṣitam, gatim prema-pariṣvaṅgaṁ, smarantyo ruruduḥ striyaḥ.
Iti, thus speaking. Prahasitam, the laughter. Śaureḥ, of Lord Kṛṣṇa. Jalpitam, the pleasing conversations. Cāru, attractive. Vīkṣitam, the glances. Gatim, the walking. Prema, loving. Pariṣvaṅgaṁ, the embrace. Smarantyaḥ, remembering. Ruruduḥ, cried. Striyaḥ, the women. Translation, purport by the followers of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki. While speaking these words, the young cowherd women remembered Lord Śauri's laughter, his pleasing conversations with them, his attractive glances, his style of walking, and his loving embraces. Thus they began to cry. Please repeat. While speaking these words, the young cowherd women remembered Lord Śauri's laughter, his pleasing conversations with them, his attractive glances, his style of walking, and his loving embraces. Thus they began to cry. Purport. Śrīla Viśvanātha Cakravartī comments as follows. The gopīs thought, the Krishna moon, after piercing our hearts with the darts of his nectarean laughter, went away. So how will the city women not die when he does the same to them? Overwhelmed with these thoughts, the young cowherd girls began to cry, even in the presence of Śrī Baladeva. Om Jnanatimrandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapatang Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vanchakalpa Turubhyascha Kripa Sindubhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Chadeshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. While speaking these words, the young cowherd women remembered Lord Śauri's laughter, his pleasing conversations with them, his attractive glances, his style of walking, and his loving embraces. Thus they began to cry, even in the presence of Śrī Baladeva. So, this 10th canto, after Śrīla Vyasadeva presented the essence of all the Vedic literature, Amala Purana, for the benefit of all mankind, and Prabhupada says every word could be a full lecture. The Bhagavatam is spotless and pure. Even though the message that Krishna gave to the gopīs, that I'm always with you, I'm the creator of everything, I'm the super soul in everyone's heart. And it seems that the 10th canto is the essence of all the yogis and mystics and performing sacrifices and all religious pursuits that anyone might have. And the 10th canto in particular exhibits the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the feelings of separation, this feeling of separation from Krishna. Just like the 6 Goswamis, they had practically kingly surroundings. They were born in good Brahmana families, but also they were rulers. Wealth was available. All kinds of enjoyment was available. But they, being the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they renounced it. This is very insignificant. This is not something to strive for, because everyone's looking for money and sense gratification and happiness through family and relations and friendships and camaraderie. But all we see is fighting, war, divorce. The children don't want to talk to their parents, and the parents say, hurry up, get out, grow up and get out. And but this is the nature of the material world. But we hear about Krishna's loving pastimes, how Krishna takes birth in Mathura and goes immediately to Braj to be with Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj and all the cowherd boys and the cowherd girls. So although the gopis are suffering this deep painful separation from Krishna, from the very beginning, that mood was there, because when Krishna, with his cowherd boys early in the morning, would get his flute ready and play the flute and call all his cows and all the cowherd boys, they're all gathering together to go in the forests of Vrindavan to have fun, to enjoy life. The gopis were feeling great agony and feeling separation, and they still were crying all day. And Krishna's gone from our vision. He's hurting his lotus feet on the rough grounds. And Krishna was just always so happy and so much joking with all his friends and showing that actually there's real love and there are real relationships in the spiritual realm. And the descriptions of Krishna's beauty and his laughter and the way he walked and the way he embraced, the way he had loving exchanges with all his intimate associates is the goal of our lives, that everyone looking for that true friend, that true lover, that person who really cares for them and shows them love and really appreciates, and one can't stop thinking of that person. Their full meditation is fixed on that focus. So Krishna performed this leela of playing his transcendental flute, and whatever the gopis were doing, they just dropped it. They're taking care of their family members, they were cooking on the stove or performing their household duties, and they didn't care about religious, cultural, how is it that a young girl can run off in the middle of the night after some transcendental boy playing his flute? But isn't the Pied Piper like that? He plays his flute and everyone's following. So Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and his flute has a very mesmerizing effect on the minds and bodies, especially of the pure devotees. Like a radio, you have to tune in to a certain frequency. So most people are tuned into a very mundane frequency of blunt external sense gratification, looking for drops of water in a desert. But the gopis, they were very much in tune with Krishna and thinking about Krishna. So when Krishna played his flute, they all came running in the dead of night, and they said, "What are you all doing here? This is a dangerous place. You shouldn't be out in the forest. What will your family members think? They're expecting you to be home. No, you should not be here. Immediately you should go home." And gopis said, "Wait a minute, you just called us, and we came here for you. We are your maidservants. We're your slaves." So this is their mood of full surrender. And Krishna played many loving jokes and games. And when the gopis were happy that Krishna, he decided, let us have this rasa dance, let us enjoy. And the gopis became a little proud, and so Krishna disappeared. And so here again they start lamenting and they start thinking of Krishna and feeling great unhappiness. What to speak of daily when Krishna's out in the forest, but now they had an opportunity to come together to be with Krishna and to try to show their love and open their heart and their emotional feelings on a spiritual level. It said that every gopi had a spiritual transcendental body, and although the parents or maybe the husband or brothers would not allow them to go, so Krishna allowed them to manifest the material body that, I'm here, I'm home, but their spiritual body, they came to be with Krishna. So we all have a connection with Krishna. We all have a relationship with Krishna. And then the gopis are remembering Krishna, and they become angry at Krishna. Why you've gone away? And they become also jealous because they saw the footprints of Krishna. Then they saw some other footprints. They think, wait a minute, hold on. Somebody else is getting the favor of Krishna. And the gopis became transcendently jealous. Not like the jealousy of this material world, but naturally, all the emotions are there, and they're reflected in a perverse way in this material world. And then they saw that there was a half footprint. Oh, Krishna must be taking flowers to put in that special gopi's hair. Oh, now there's only one footprint again. Maybe she's tired. Krishna's lifted it on her shoulders. And Srimati Radharani says, now I'm totally exhausted, Krishna. You can lift me up and take me wherever you want. Krishna says, yes, just get on my shoulders. Then he disappears again. Now Srimati Radharani falls into a whole emotion, an ocean of emotion of suffering and feeling agony. What happened here? And the gopis are searching for Krishna everywhere. They're asking the different creepers, the different plants, and even all the different living entities. And somehow or other, they're beside themselves. And Krishna somehow, of course, he came together with the gopis. They went on the bank of the Jamuna. And Krishna explained to them that I disappeared because I wanted to intensify your love, intensify your feeling of loving for me. So even Krishna, when he was away, he promised, I will come back. Then what happened? Then Akrura came. Kamsa said, bring Krishna and Balaram to Mathura. So then the gopis became alarmed when Nanda Maharaj announced that let's gather our wagons and bring presentations to the king, Kamsa. And the gopis said, the elders got to stop this. They can't take Krishna and Balaram away from Vrindavan. This is where he belongs. He belongs in this loving atmosphere. So we want to all come to Vrindavan because Krishna is always in Vrindavan. He's present. This bhava, this love that the gopis were exhibiting for Krishna was also a manifestation of Krishna's presence. This is how Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, because he's always available. And the gopis' love, although external it seemed miserable, they were experiencing the highest happiness and the highest ecstasy. From a mundane point of view, some people say, oh, why does Prabhupada look so sad sometimes? You see some pictures, he looks very sober. I've seen so many pictures of him laughing ecstatically, but he's also internalizing and in the mood of serving his spiritual master, and also in the mood of being with Krishna and the cowherd boys. Krishna likes the cowherd boys. Shruti Kirti always tells me, Prabhupada often told him, I like the cowherd boys. And this is the mood of the gopis. Every aspect of trying to remember Krishna, his laughter, his conversation, and the dealings of love. So we also should strive for that platform. Not only were the gopis distraught, they said, Akrura, that's a wrong name. A means one who, Akrura, what is that meaning of Akrura? Cruel, yes, one who is not cruel, but he's the most cruel. And also Lord Brahma is cruel because he's making our eyes blink. We can't see Krishna full on. And Providence is cheating us because we've created a loving relationship with the most beloved Krishna, and now he's taken him away from us. Imagine that your life's dream and something that you've meditated upon and strive for, and you finally have got a relationship, and that relationship is broken, or that object of your love is taken away. It's very, very painful. But that pain and that anxiety was more impetus for the devotees to very, very acutely meditate on Krishna and think of Krishna's holy name. Whenever there's danger or whenever there's anxiety, we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's not that Krishna, you may think, oh, he's cruel. They love him so much, why would he go away? But Krishna has Leela, and this Leela performance, he's reciprocating, just like when Balaram came, he reciprocated with all his elders in a respectful way, with his equals in a loving camaraderie, in his subordinates, he was giving great mercy. So Krishna is reciprocating with Nanda, Yashoda, the gopis, the gopas, Kamsa, the wrestlers. Everybody has a chance to reciprocate with Krishna in their own intimate way. And so there are many varieties of self-realization and religious processes for different purposes. of different people who want to achieve different goals and happiness in this material world. But fortunately, we can hear the words of Vyasadeva, Narada Muni, we can hear the words of Srila Prabhupada, who is representing the whole Guru Parampara, who is giving us the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book. We heard yesterday Maharaj glorifying Krishna book. Such a wonderful essence of the 10th canto. But the mind is restless, and the senses are very agitated. And so you see, I sometimes see, we sit in kirtan or even lecture, 2-3 minutes, people listen, okay, come on family, let's go. We have to visit, many places, gotta go here, gotta go there, gotta do this, gotta do that. The mind is chanchalam, always very restless. We're looking for happiness everywhere, but within the heart. So Srila Prabhupada is giving us the formula by this beautiful temple that Krishna Balaram have manifested here in the holy Dham of Sri Vrindavan, and giving everyone an opportunity to worship Krishna, to see the beauty of Krishna. Isn't every day the deities are getting more and more beautiful? You see the splendor of their outfits are just so transcendentally glowing. And I see all the devotees who are taking the darshan just completely immersed in the beauty of the deities and seeing the excitement even of all the devotees and visitors and guests just to see the beautiful forms of Krishna, Radha Krishna, Krishna Balaram. So we can't imagine the intensity of love that the gopis were feeling. So now Krishna Balaram Mathura, so Krishna's feeling a little guilty. So let us send Uddhava. Uddhava, he's an intimate associate of Krishna, looks a lot like Krishna, they're cousins. And so Uddhava came to pacify the gopis with a message handwritten by Krishna. But the handwriting was not so good because Krishna was so emotional in writing that loving message for the gopis that Uddhava decided just to read it to them, not give it to them. So Uddhava came and he heard Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda pouring out their hearts of love and feeling the separation from Krishna. Then when the gopis saw the chariot and they saw, who is that personality? They were not shy. They immediately went around him and said, we need to discuss. They brought Uddhava to a secluded place because it's embarrassing in front of the elders to talk about their loving relationship with Krishna. And Uddhava was amazed at how much love the gopis have. What to speak of Nanda and Yashoda and the cowherd boys. We don't hear so much about the cowherd boys, but they're also feeling that same love and that deep separation. What to speak of the cow? When Krishna was there playing his flute, they say when the cow was eating the grass, it would freeze like a picture, stand still, and they would just relish the sound of the transcendental sound vibration. And the river Jamuna would stop flowing just to get the breeze from the saffron particles from Krishna's lotus feet. So all animate, inanimate, everything becomes totally attracted to Krishna's flute playing. That's one of the unique features of Krishna, his ability to attract everyone by his unique transcendental flute playing. And what to speak of his unparalleled, excellent beauty that Krishna exhibits that's very attractive to everyone. But here, the gopis, they're feeling, oh, how can these sophisticated, intelligent, educated women of Mathura fall for the tricks of this young, tricky Krishna? He broke our hearts and he'll also go away from them like the bee goes from flower to flower. After extracting the nectar, goes to another flower. Many examples were given of after you get the pleasure you're looking for, then you go somewhere else. So they're exhibiting this feeling of also chastisement. Srimati Radharani in particular, when Uddhava was there was a bumblebee, and she thought, oh, you're a messenger of Krishna. I can see on your mustache all the kumkum from the that rubbed against Krishna when he was embracing the gopi, or embracing his new friends in Mathura, and you're just like him. You're just untrustworthy. Go from one flower to another flower. So although we may have our own ideas and imagine that Krishna, he's just overly playful and causes agony and suffering, but he's showing us how we can actually take shelter of Krishna. By hearing about his pastimes, when the gopis couldn't receive or be with Krishna, they immediately started talking about his pastimes and enacting his pastimes. That's why we have a cultural department, so they can give us beautiful, colorful remembrances of Krishna and Krishna's activities and pastimes. And this is the idea of how to utilize our time and our enthusiasm and energy for serving Krishna and pleasing Krishna. But not only for ourselves, that Srila Prabhupada was feeling great separation from Vrindavan. He says, he's in New York. Imagine the Lower East Side. It smells like beer and urine, and the whole place, a bunch of drunks, and it's just a very hellish, like going to the hellish planets, and trying to pick up very, very fallen personalities and give them a taste of Krishna consciousness. And Srila Prabhupada, in the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is very kind, very merciful, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Goratrashe Namaha. Okay, we spoke Bhagavad Gita. We didn't understand the essence of surrender. Think of me, become my devotee, give up everything. Just surrender to me. Anybody surrendered? No. We're still all attached to the material world, to my family, my community, my nationality, my religion. My religion is different from your religion. Let's fight, let's kill each other. And then at the end, it's just more and more suffering. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he even sent Lord Nityananda to Bengal to preach, and all his intimate associates, all his immediate disciples, the 6 Goswamis, he trained them in the science of bhakti, bhakti rasamrita sindhu, the nectar of devotion. The real happiness comes from renunciation of this material world. Gopis knew that, but they weren't ready to renounce that loving attraction for Krishna, or to be with Krishna. So the Goswamis, they renounced the material world. They don't want wealth, they don't want followers. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Nadanang, Najanang, Nasundaring, Kavitang, Vajagadisha Kamaye, Mama Janmani, Janmani Ishware, Bhagavad Bhakti Rahaitu Kitvayi. Birth after birth I'm willing to take, just like Uddhava concluded after seeing the intense love of the gopis for Krishna, that the gopis are in the topmost platform. And I can't even hope to come to any level close to that. Maybe I could be a clump of grass, something Lord Brahma prayed in a similar way, that I can be where the gopis are running here and there in their excitement to be with Krishna. I can get some dust particles, some benefit like this. Maybe beyond our ability to understand the humility. And Uddhava, when he came back to Krishna and Balaram, he just opened his heart that yes, this love of the gopis is topmost. The feeling of separation, intensity of their love is something that everyone should follow. Even Ramananda Roy, when being asked by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is the highest goal, started with Varnashram, Dharma, and Yad Karoshi, Yadashnasi, whatever you do it for Krishna. And so many ways of renouncing this world. But the ultimate conclusion was follow in the footsteps of the gopis who gave up everything, were not concerned about social customs and the repercussions and the punishment that they'll receive from family members and the embarrassment from society. They wholeheartedly just wanted to love and serve Krishna. So more time goes by, and now Balaram, feeling also separation from his loved ones in Vrindavan, because Krishna's the most lovable. Balaram is also Krishna in a different mood, but it's still the gopis identify with Krishna, and there's also the followers of Lord Balaram. There's not competition, but just like to enhance Krishna's magnanimity or his broad-mindedness, there's a loving relationship for each and every person, each and every one of us. We may think, well, I'm just insignificant. Krishna may not know. Just like yesterday we heard Maharaj say that he wanted to ask Prabhupada a question. He didn't really have a question, but he just wanted to be noticed that, yes, I exist. Prabhupada, I have something for you. So, not that we become, transgress all rules and regulations, but we should be enthusiastic, very enthusiastic, no matter how insignificant our service may seem. Krishna's not, so much impressed by somebody who's super wealthy, or some big movie star, or some big cricket player, or some, famous musician, or some model, Mr. What are the men, the super Iron Man competition, then the beauty contest, Miss Universe, Mr. Universe. So the body, in the temporary recognition that we so-called achieve in this world, money can't buy that love for Krishna. And just by being born in a good family, or having a beautiful body, and having great physical strength, and being a big renunciate, all the attractive features that attract everyone in this material world, they are not what we call qualifications for Krishna's mercy. Krishna is Dinabandhu, he's a friend of the poor, the soul. So Dinabandhu gets so much mercy. Krishna is very kind, and one who is actually taking shelter. Srila Prabhupada exhibits such humility, although the greatest personality, the greatest spiritual general, and delivering Chaitanya Charitamrita, nectar devotion, Srimad Bhagavatam, picking up the lowest of the low from Kali Yuga and engaging them in Krishna's service. And very quickly making an army, just like Ramachandra had to quickly make an army of monkeys and baboons, and empower them to cross the ocean and save Sita and perform his Leela. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is performing his Sankirtan Leela, Krishna Varnam Tvasha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Jagnai Sankirtan Prayarya Jantihi Samedasaha. So this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his associates is surrounded by Lord Nityananda, Advaitacharya, Gadadhar, Srivas, and all his followers. Is described that this ISKCON is a branch of the Chaitanya tree, and that all who participate in this Sankirtan movement are experiencing or have the opportunity to enter into the most intimate relationship with Krishna. When this Nanda Kumar, we heard yesterday, was going to different personalities, you're the greatest, no, go here, go there, go to Vaikuntha. Eventually he ends up back in Govardhan, back in Braj, because the essence is not that we want to become, let us go to Vaikuntha and enjoy the opulence of Krishna's beauty, and everything there is just so incredible. No, Vrindavan Dham, the simplicity of being with the cows and the calves and in the forest of Vrindavan, with the cowherd boys, and the loving emotions which are awakened in the gopīs and the gopas and Krishna's dealings. They're just the sweetest. Now we're having Damodar Leela coming very soon, and I believe in 1972, Srila Prabhupada brought several devotees just in the beginning, just a few years after coming to America with nothing. He brought so many devotees. I think there was a lot of devotees at those classes, 50 or so, right? So he was sitting at Radha Damodar, Jiva Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and delivering beautiful lectures on the nectar of devotion and expressing the wonderful opportunity that all of us have to go back home, back to the spiritual kingdom, back home, back to Godhead. Despite the fact that we have shown some shortcomings, we may have many desires which are not exactly 100% dedicated or selfless to serving Guru and serving Krishna. But we're all, in every religion, it's taught that we're servants. So what does a servant do? He serves, right? We rise early, take bath, chant, offer prayers to our spiritual master, chant the holy name, and then whatever our duty is, cooking, let me clean, let me provide or address the deities beautifully, let me chant the holy name so that others can also be attracted by Krishna's beauty and Krishna's wonderful gifts. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, and he wanted that this message of Krishna consciousness be spread all over the world. Srila Prabhupada, he showed by his example, he was never tired. I heard one conversation with Allen Ginsberg, I believe it was in Columbus, maybe 67, 68. And he asked, "Oh, are you feeling tired?" He goes, No. I can go all night. I can discuss with you about Krishna all night long. And you see, traveling from one program to another program to another program, whenever I think, we have to give a class, I get so full of anxiety, thinking, what am I going to say? How we can, encourage the devotees. But everything Srila Prabhupada did, he did to inspire those who are a little bit attracted to Krishna consciousness, fanning that little flame. When you're trying to start a fire, you see a few sparks and you fan that, and it starts increasing, then starts blazing, that fire. And you saw how devotees became so enthusiastic. When he started also in Australia, he brought deities, and he initiated people first and second initiation, and he was praying, please, Krishna, empower them, they can serve you nicely. And although we come from malecha, degraded backgrounds, we were not born in high parentage, we had no cultural understanding, no proper religious training, still, Srila Prabhupada took the risk of giving the devotees an opportunity. And very quickly, the next year when he came back, he was astonished. Oh, Krishna empowered you very nicely. And then you see leaps and bounds how the society, we're giving a few back to Godheads, all of a sudden some big books, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of books are being distributed. And these are not ordinary books, these are transcendental literatures, glorifying Krishna, glorifying the gopīs' love for Krishna, and how one can pull himself out of the material existence which has us trapped. What do they call it? The deep, dark well of material existence. There you are enjoying walking in the nice grass and it's a beautiful day, and all of a sudden a little too much grass and whoop, you fall down into the dark well, slippery sides, no one to help you. And this is described material life. Material life is like falling into a dark well, and Srila Prabhupada, just like the young yadus wanted to help that lizard, they brought Krishna, and Krishna personally pulled him out of that well. So we're in an awkward situation, so Krishna had to send the Goswamis, had to send Srila Prabhupada to help pull us out of this well of material existence. And there's no other hope than the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission. And this is why Srila Prabhupada impressed, just like Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, making a press so that the Brihad Mridanga can be spread all over the world. Just read one book, one sentence, one page, one word. Prabhupada's giving us that reassurance that these transcendental literatures will revolutionize the hearts of the misguided people of Kali Yuga. Because there's no happiness. You see any happiness? Anybody look at the news lately? Is there any happiness? There's no happiness. All it is suffering, repeated suffering. They think that there's one person, if we elect so-and-so, then we'll be happy. This is all the tricks of Maya, the tricks of illusion, to keep us enchained in the material existence. So we should enthusiastically chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna is present in his name. Krishna is present in his sound vibration. Hearing the name Krishna, Krishna is present. Wherever devotees are sitting or standing, talking about glorifying Krishna or chanting his glories, Krishna is there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there. So we should continue looking for that kind of association. Sadhu Sangha. And Krishna will empower us, give us the intelligence. Te shang satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvikam didami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayantu te. To those who are constantly devoted and worship Krishna with love, he gives the understanding how they can come back home. Because we think, well, am I doing the right thing? Just like Parikshit Maharaj, when he was cursed, he was informed somehow by Krishna's arrangement, you're going to die in 7 days. Okay. Give up the kingdom, give up the family, give up the treasury house, and go on the bank of Ganga to find out what is the purpose. And so many stalwart sadhus and learned professors, everyone was giving their idea of what is the perfection, how to achieve that goal. Only 7 days, such a short time. And Krishna sent Shukadev Goswami, because Shukadev Goswami made the message of Srimad Bhagavatam even more relishable. And so everyone, Vyasadeva was there, Narada Muni was there, all the great sages and saints, even from demigods, from other planets, so many great personalities came to hear what is the perfection of life and how to achieve it. And Parikshit Maharaj was instrumental, already a Mahabhagavat, already a pure devotee from childhood. Shukadev Goswami, also pure devotee of the Lord, empowered in order to deliver the fallen conditioned souls. So Krishna, he empowers those who are eager for the spreading the message of Krishna consciousness. And whenever Prabhupada heard good results of book distributors, he would, give them also further encouragement. And also appreciating the transcendental plays, or appreciating the beauty of the deities, or appreciating the beauty of his temples, which the devotees have a shelter, an oasis, to be here together, because without the association of devotees, the rascal mind and senses will deviate us from the path of bhakti. So we always need to stay sheltered under the devotees' protection and stay enthusiastic for spreading this Krishna consciousness movement. So we have a few minutes left. Shri Krishna Balarama ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anyone have any questions, comments? Shruti, Prabhu?
I'm thinking that an intense mood that the gopīs are talking about the women in Mathura. And are they feeling empathy for them, that they'll be disappointed by Krishna also? Or are they feeling that that we're not missing out because Krishna will leave them like he left us? I know it's a difficult question, but any inspiration on that?
So the gopis thinking that just like Krishna broke our hearts and left us, he'll also leave those women of Mathura. Krishna's unsteady, and are they feeling empathy? Are they feeling sorry? Well, it was described when they understood that Krishna was with a favored gopi, Srimati Radharani. They were feeling a little bit, jealous. But then when Srimati Radharani met with her friends, they all felt very compassionate and very loving. So these are sentiments and feelings and emotion when even between lovers, sometimes there's chastisement and, you're good for nothing, whatever. And the gopis are giving so many harsh words to Krishna when Srimati Radharani was chastising the bumblebee. You're Krishna. And then when the bumblebee went away, she said, oh, no, maybe the bumblebee will tell Krishna. And then when the bumblebee finally came back, she was very polite and very kind to the bumblebee, thinking that maybe Krishna will, also become upset. But everything is for the pleasure of Krishna. Even their anger, even their jealousy, even their feelings of heartbreak, everything is for the pleasure of Krishna. They're not thinking of themselves. So it's difficult for us mortals to try to evaluate or understand the intensity of love or the emotional exchanges taking place. But all we know is that the gopis are sold out to Krishna. Śrīla Prabhupada was sold out to the order of his Guru Maharaj, and he's showing us by that example that we should also just be sold out to serving Prabhupada and Prabhupada's mission of spreading Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission. Dina, any mercy? Over here, Madhu Shrestha then. Then you can bring back.
Hare Krishna. Thanks for a nice class. So you made a statement that we all have a relationship with Krishna, like gopis were having relationship directly and participating in rasa dance, etc. So how we as a struggling devotees, myself, is struggling with mind and senses to serve, what is lacking in our life or in our practice that we are not able to feel like that the gopis are feeling, as like associating with Krishna? What can we do? What is lacking in our practice?
This is why the nectar of instruction is there, and Śrīla Prabhupada gave us the basic foundational understanding of 4 regulative principles, chanting a minimum amount of rounds, which is our medicine, staying in the association of devotees. So we may be following all the prescriptions and taking our medicine of chanting and hearing, but still why we don't have that feeling and mood. It takes some time, for someone to become proficient. If you ever studied music or dance or anything, a person who's a neophyte may think, how this person, he's, playing his instrument so spontaneously and so beautifully, and I'm having a hard time with the 1 or 2 simple preliminary steps. This is Krishna. If we have the endeavor or the lolium intensity of wanting to be with Krishna or wanting to get freed of the stumbling blocks, those things which are causing me to not advance in Krishna consciousness, Krishna will give us intelligence. Krishna will give us strength. Just that when the cloud is there, it's all cloudy, but when the cloud disperses, the sunshine comes in. So Krishna, he sees that, yes, he's a sincere devotee. You're actually chanting Radhe, Hare, Hare Krishna. So the Hare is approaching Srimati Radharani. She says, oh, Madhu Shrestha, he's a nice devotee. Give him mercy. Krishna will give you mercy. So the mercy is there. It's available, it will come, but it appears that it takes some time in the preliminary stage to become more proficient, more spontaneous. From sadhana bhakti to raganuga bhakti, it may take some time, it may happen in a moment, but we should just be patient and continue following the basic rules and regulations.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I did not understand this last line of the purport where it is mentioned that the young cowherd girls began to cry even in the presence of Śrī Baladeva. So they are crying for Krishna, right? So why is it mentioned that even in the presence of Śrī Baladeva?
Well, generally, when Krishna was away, the gopis would cry incessantly. When they hear the flute of Krishna or Krishna coming, they pull themselves together because they don't want to cry in front of their superiors or cause any disturbance to Krishna. So, but their mood of intensity was so much, they were so distraught and they were feeling such pain and agony that the general etiquette is you don't cry in front of your seniors and superiors. You do it, you privately show, bleed your heart, feeling this. It's embarrassing in one sense for young gopis who, under the social, the family tradition and the culture, to be showing such emotional feelings for another beautiful young boy. But in this particular case, Balaram being in one sense their senior, they should have restrained themselves and not cried, but they couldn't control their emotions of love, so they cried even in front of Balaram.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. We're good? Okay, one last question? Yes.
Some devotees get the mercy and they go through some suffering in the material life that helps them to become detached. If you've grown up in a somewhat comfortable situation, the notion that material life can bring some happiness, these relationships can bring some happiness, it's sometimes very strong when it comes up now and then. How do we put these notions aside and keep Krishna as the goal, or keep him in the center as the goal?
Well, there are great stumbling blocks, and for everyone, we all have our certain amount of attachments, and you sometimes see that I'm the only son of my family, and I have a responsibility. And yes, we do have responsibilities. Even Raghunath Das was told by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, stop acting like a madman, go and do your duty properly, and in due course of time, Krishna will make arrangements. I'm not sure if I heard your whole question, but I got the basic idea because my hearing is defective. But all of us have challenges in one way or another. It may appear that somebody is more naturally inclined to Krishna consciousness, effortlessly chanting or, doing everything in a very, with ease, and others have to struggle very hard to control the senses and to, show any emotion. I think, again, I give my Shruta Kirti example. Shruta was telling Prabhupada, I see all your devotees dancing and chanting and showing so much love and emotion towards you, but I don't feel that kind of in my service, that kind of love. And Prabhupada just heard it, and then later that evening he says, you enjoy serving me? He said, yes, that is love, service. So, in whatever condition we find ourselves, whether we have to take care of our dying parents or find ourselves in some difficult situation, always be desirous to have the association of devotees, avoid the association of non-devotees, continue hearing and chanting, and Krishna will make arrangements. Somehow Krishna will arrange things so that you'll be able to be in the association of devotees, and you will be able to relish or experience the taste of Krishna Bhakti by appreciating Krishna's holy name, and some service will come to you. Thank you very much. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Hare